Coming in at number 10, her deleted Instagram account. In January of this year, Britney posted one of her infamous Instagram dancing videos exclaiming the sentence, "I changed my name to River Red" throughout. Though shortly after this video was posted, Britney abruptly deleted her Instagram account. Police were then called to perform a wellness check at Britney's house. Now, this seems like a dire reaction for such a minor offense, but the motivation behind the calls was the assumption that this move was made as a plea for help. After the incident, Britney put her Instagram account back up to say, "The police never entered my home, and when they came to my gate, they quickly realized there was no issue and left immediately." Britney's statement continues, "This felt like I was being gaslit once the incident made it to the news. I'm being portrayed once again in a poor and unfair light by the media. During this time in my life, I truly hope the public and my fans who would care so much about can respect my privacy moving forward." Britney continued her statement in another post explaining why she left Instagram in the first place, explicitly stating, "I shut down my Instagram because there were too many people saying I looked like an idiot dancing and that I looked crazy. Honestly, I was doing my best, but it disturbed me to see people freely talk about it on TV. Yep, that hurt my feelings." In the grand scheme of things, deleting an Instagram account should not generate anxiety. Instead, we should be more accepting of celebrities seeking a little privacy. At number 9, her inconsistent thought pattern. Now, we all know that Britney Spears is well known for posting Instagram content bordering on levels of absurdism. Her videos that feature sporadic dance moves and lengthy captions that usually don't make a lot of sense and peppered with emojis are a staple in any follower's feed. And although that's well within her right, concern from the Spears family came after Britney posted a bizarre minute-long video. The video shows Britney speaking in a slurred Australian or British accent about a dress that she made, explaining the process of having a friend help her sew it. But halfway through, Britney changes the story and says that the dress was shipped to her by a company. Along with this contradictory story, Britney poses and dances with the dress in her usual way, moving it toward and then away from the camera several times. The video then quickly shifts to her next point where she warns fans not to call the cops on her for deleting her Instagram before saying, "Don't ever be a roller coaster," before darting off screen and running back across the camera before disappearing again to the other side of the room. The video ends with Britney yelling, "Never be a roller coaster." This unusual behavior, coupled with her seemingly inconsistent thought patterns, caused her family to worry about the state of her mental health. At this point in Britney's Instagram career, this is nothing fans haven't already come to expect, no matter how unsettling it may be. At number 8, her heated Instagram rant. In another social media post, Britney uploaded a picture of a 17th century noblewoman wearing modern sunglasses to Instagram, alongside a caption where Britney rambled about birds for a bit and called out a quote, "classy famous person," alongside many expletives, though none of it made any sense. The rant was posted between other uploaded videos of her walking around her house in her great-great-grandmother's wedding veil and a white lace nightgown. Concerned fans expressed their worry in the comments, with one writing, "I just can't watch this anymore. There's seriously no hope that she's getting better." Britney did not name the person the rant was aimed at and probably never will. With the little information she provided in the post, it's hard to even speculate who she meant to target. And I wish I knew more, because it's obvious that what she's talking about has got to be newsworthy. And at number 7, her mental health. There's been much alarm concerning the mental health of Britney Spears. From her Instagram posts alone, fans have theorized that she may be struggling with bipolar disorder. Britney's family says that her medical issues are far more complex than her fans realize, and they remain worried for her well-being. While there was never any public diagnoses, there is documented evidence that she was treated in mental health facilities over the years. Britney says that she sometimes felt forced into treatment programs while under the 13-year conservatorship, and thus this fact may not be a sign of her deteriorating mental state, but instead an aspect of her mistreatment and a reason behind her current vulnerable condition. Britney explained this further in an Instagram post saying, "I will forever be traumatized by my past experience for life. There is no way to fix me. My emotions and my sensitivity, therapy, all of it. I think I will need some sort of miracle for my emotions." Ken Seeley, an intervention expert, weighed in on Britney's social media post saying, "What I'm seeing just from the outside is that her mind is delusional right now. When I watch those videos, I see stages of mania. It's really heartbreaking because we all know that she's had these problems for years and we're watching it unravel right in front of us." Now, Britney's posts are certainly confusing, even disturbing at times. But the discussion surrounding Britney's Instagram posts as they display her perceived mental illness isn't productive. Shaylee Coran, writing for the CBC, says that the discomfort from viewing Britney's Instagram posts come from sheer ableism. The discomfort seems to be treated like it's more important than Britney's autonomy and freedom. This reaction proves that we didn't recognize the ways that both misogyny and ableism worked in order to hurt Britney in the first place. The current perception of Britney Spears is just one example of her societal failures Spears when it comes to the treatment of mentally ill people. Coming in at number 6 is her alleged use of substances. According to the Daily Mail, Britney's ex-husband Kevin Federline and her estranged father are worried about the singer's alleged use of hard drugs and that she might pass away because of it. Federline apparently said that he's been praying someone would make it public and that she wakes up because her behavior is terrifying. She's the mother of my boys. Jamie Spears reportedly added that her estranged daughter may end up the same way as Amy Winehouse, a British singer who passed away at the age of 27. But in recent events, Federline came forward in a statement posted on his Instagram story where he wrote that the Daily Mail's report of his claim against Spears is false and repulsive. Federline added that it saddens his family. In a legal letter sent to the Daily Mail, Britney's attorney, Matthew Rosengart, denied the reports of the star's alleged use of substances. Afterwards, the Daily Mail assured readers that the claims made accurately reflect the interviews held with Federline, and if so, the intentions behind his actions should be called into question. At number 5 is the alleged cancelled intervention. The Spears family reportedly planned and failed to host an intervention for Britney, which would have been orchestrated by Jody Montgomery, the singer's former conservator. This came about amid growing concerns of her life-threatening mental health struggles and substance abuse. Apparently, her manager rented a house in the LA area, planning to take Britney there to receive treatment. Britney was to arrive there unsuspectingly, where her husband, manager, an interventionist, and doctors would be present in an attempt to convince her she needed help. But the intervention was called off by an unnamed person, some saying it was by Britney herself after she accidentally became aware of its existence. A source close to the Spears family says that she has unbelievably untreated trauma that with the help of therapists and specialists could put her in a much better place. An intervention is essential to make that happen, which made it troubling that the intervention was cancelled. However, Britney responded to the news of the alleged intervention on Instagram, saying the constant lines from the media and TMZ have felt like borderline harassment. It's extremely disturbing due to the fact of how incredibly important it is at this time of my life to be supported and respected, which makes me believe that the situation may not have included an entire intervention, but instead a simple doctor visit that was blown out of proportion. Coming in at number 4, her refusal to take medication. Britney is allegedly not taking her medication, which is said to be essential in stabilizing her mood. An anonymous source said the star is optioning to subconsciously self-medicate herself with her own cocktail of other substances, in turn exacerbating her mental illness. Sources close to Britney also say that instead of her prescribed medications, she's taking meds that, quote, hype her up, and she's been flying off the handle at various times during the day. One source said that they're afraid that she's going to pass away. After witnessing these claims, Britney wrote back saying that she takes Prozac for depression, and that's about it, denying the claims of any self-medication. An unnamed source said that she thinks she's perfectly fine, adding that her biggest fear is being institutionalized again, and she definitely won't let that happen. At number 3 is the rumors of her unhealthy lifestyle. In recent months, there have been many concerns and claims from her family that Britney often stays awake up to 3 days straight as she, quote, guzzles Red Bull, Celsius coffee, and dandelion tea. According to Dr. Drew Pinsky, people with mental disorders frequently take on this not particularly healthy habit because they want the euphoria these beverages provide. An unnamed source added that she's abusing caffeine, Adderall, and anything that she can get her hands on. Britney did not stand for these allegations and immediately took to her Instagram, posting a meme that read, "In every relationship, there's a person who falls asleep instantly, and the other person who lies awake wondering how that's even possible." Underneath, she wrote a lengthy caption disputing the claims about her caffeine addiction. A part of it read, "My mind gets busy and sometimes that can be an easy target to mess with. Anyways, I'm sticking to watermelon juice, which is the weirdest thing ever, but I was told for years I can't have coffee, and now that I can, it's my pride. I can't even look at it." She also added that green tea is her prized possession and that Red Bull is absolutely the worst drink ever, which I tend to agree with. And our runner-up is her supposed public meltdown. News quickly went public that Britney and her husband were seen at Joey's Eatery in Los Angeles, where Britney was supposedly acting manic, speaking gibberish, and yelling at the waitstaff. A neighboring diner started filming the interactions after Britney's husband allegedly stormed out of the restaurant. The tape showed Britney muttering to herself at a table before leaving with her bodyguard. Rumors quickly spread that what happened at the restaurant was a bipolar relapse, was quickly debunked by Britney, her husband, and staff at Joey's Eatery. This instance is hardly the first time Britney's behavior has been overanalyzed in the context of her mental health, and was not at all a cause for public concern. At number 1, repeating history. It doesn't take long to find Britney's lengthy history of worrisome behavior, and after being treated so cruelly while under the public eye for so many years of her life, held under careful scrutiny, unable to escape rumors and disputes about what was best for her, it's no wonder why she may still be acting in a worryingly abnormal way, according to some. The Spears family has expressed their worries that due to Britney's current behavior, she may be at risk for repeating history. It seems that the family believes that Britney is acting in a way reminiscent of how she behaved in the early 2000s, and if preventative measures aren't taken soon, she's at risk of hurting herself or others. However, the behavior in question, as mentioned in this list, has often been exposed as falsehoods or defamatory statements. All in all, Britney Spears deserves respect, privacy, and safety. Speculating on whether or not she's mentally stable isn't helping anyone.
Number 10. The wedding ring. It seems the allegedly very happy couple is having some trouble in paradise, and it looks like they will continue to deny it. Just recently, Britney was spotted without her wedding ring, and Sam seemed to take note, and was seen without his just days later. The singer was caught by paparazzi at the end of March, headed to a private jet with her manager Kate Hudson, as they headed off to Hawaii, oddly enough without her husband. Then just 2 days later, Sam was ringless as he left the gym, which only added evidence that the 10-month marriage could already be ending. For two people in the public eye so consistently, many fans believe that this is a subtle hint to the beginning of the end. Britney's recent post didn't help with the speculations as well. She posted a short clip mid-March of her trip to Mexico, captioning the video with "Throwback to Mexico before I got married. So happy and silly here." This obviously sparked some worry amongst her fans, with one commenting, "So she's not happy now?" Another added, "She's obviously not happy now. This marriage seems shammy." Since getting flooded with comments, she has since turned off her comments on Instagram, but it hasn't stopped the talking on other platforms. Even with the allegations of her relationship, Sam's representative has since confirmed that there's no marital issues going on between the two. His publicist added that he took off his ring and wasn't able to attend the trip because he is filming a movie. Even if that is so, Britney and her representative still haven't come forward as to where her ring is. Number 9. The constant fighting. Speculations about the couple being on the rocks isn't new news though. Back in the fall of last year, a new report emerged claiming that the couple was having constant fights as a result of Britney's alleged mood swings. A source at the time told Globe and Mail that Sam's marriage to Britney was seriously a heavy lift, claiming that he is burnt out and ready to get out of there as soon as possible. Allegedly, the newlyweds' non-stop fighting was partially due to her erratic moods, but also to do with Britney's neediness. An insider to the press said, "Sam's had the patience of a saint, but he's seriously worn down. If he so much as heads off for a workout, she freaks out and gives him the third degree," even going on to claim that Britney was essentially treating her new husband as a glorified assistant. Though Sam has shown his protective side online towards Britney, the source continues to reveal how exhausted he really is behind the scenes. An insider shares by saying, "He has to wait on her hand and foot and be her sounding board for every little decision. He's seriously thinking about a trip away with his friends and his sisters. Maybe a trio back to Iran to see his folks," adding at the end how crucial it is for him to clear his head. The couple didn't comment at the time about these alleged fights, so take these claims with a grain of salt. But either way, it does sound like the relationship could be more messy than we would like to think. Number 8. The intervention. This past year has looked to be a whirlwind for the singer, from getting married to clapping back at fans who called for a wellness check, as well as becoming upset when fans began filming her when she had a rare dinner at a restaurant. It's definitely been a lot. After sources claimed to the press that her inner circle, including her manager and husband, were planning an intervention, she was pretty furious. A source even said that the reason for this intervention was because the singer was becoming so erratic that they feared that she was going to pass away. Britney then took to Instagram to explain her side of the story and address all the allegations. She wrote, "It makes me sick to my stomach that it's even legal for people to make up stories about how I almost passed away. I mean, at some point, enough is enough." She added, "I probably have to stop posting on Instagram even though I enjoy it. There's obviously a lot of people who don't wish me well." Sam came forward and told Access Hollywood that an intervention didn't happen. He said, "My wife is in full control of her life and will continue to make all the decisions involving her care, regardless of the circumstance. Speculation on her health is inappropriate and should end immediately." Apparently, a house was going to be rented for 2 months while she underwent treatment, which would include counseling, but it was cancelled because she became too aware of what was going on. Number 7. The prenup. With Britney's $60 million net worth, you can imagine that there's definitely going to be a prenup involved. But this prenup seems to be a little bit more hardcore, with some calling it ironclad. A source told TMZ that the prenup will ensure that Sam won't get a dollar of anything Britney has made in her career up until this point, saying she will retain her entire fortune if things go south for her and Sam. Allegedly, this prenup was written over the course of her engagement and has been thoroughly looked over by her lawyers. When Sam noticed that people were talking about the prenup, he joked on his Instagram story, writing, "Thank you for the concern of the prenup. Of course we're getting an ironclad prenup to protect my Jeep and shoe collection in case she dumps me one day." Many did agree though, as fans came forward admitting how they don't necessarily trust Sam. One Twitter user wrote, "Britney has suffered to get all of her property in her hands. The thought of her ever losing part of it to someone else is honestly just so nauseating." Number 6. Gold gold digger. Not long after Britney and Sam got engaged, many fans were not too sure about how they felt about the whole thing. During her long battle to escape her conservatorship, Sam was always standing right beside her, looking to support the singer even through some of the most difficult years of her life. Though she won a huge victory of ending her conservatorship and with getting engaged at the time, fans still believed that we weren't totally in the clear yet. Sure, many were happy for her, but others couldn't help but notice some red flags popping up. And not surprisingly, fears started circulating that Sam was only in it for the money. This of course would be a pretty long con by Sam, as the two have been together for years, but a few believed it was a gain to fame, money, and live a more lavish lifestyle. The fear seems to come to a head when Sam's ex-girlfriend spoke to TMZ in an interview where she discussed the newly engaged couple. She said to the press, "He finally hit the jackpot." Though she did say she was very happy for the two of them, when asked her thoughts on if he had any ulterior motives, she responded by saying, "Hollywood, it's so hard to tell, but he's so charming and such a sweet guy that I really hope not for her sake." She also added, "She's been through enough." Even if this did seem like a pretty nice blessing from his former girlfriend, others weren't so sure, noticing that after announcing the engagement, he began appearing in the spotlight much more frequently, leaving a few fans to believe he might just be enjoying it a little too much. Number 5. Controlling. After she escaped her dad, fans didn't stop worrying about the singer. Many were asking the question, is Sam the one in control now? After getting engaged, it was reported that Sam began taking on much more of the responsibility of Britney, leaving fans worried that he was now the boss of her. An insider who spoke to Radar explained how Britney relies heavily on her then fiance, saying that Sam is now the boss. Understandably, after everything she has been through, Britney doesn't trust a lot of people, which is why she is relying so heavily on Sam. The insider went on to say, all she has is Sam, which is why everything is going through him. Even simple press requests are now going through Sam. Seems like Sam is very aware of this though, and the power that comes with essentially managing all of Britney's assets. The source shares, Britney is a cash machine. After what happened with her dad, he knows why people are frightened. He understands the power of being engaged to someone so powerful. Regardless as to if he truly does understand, fans can't seem to shake the concern that he is just a little bit more controlling than he's letting on. Number 4. The ex. Britney's ex-husband Jason Alexander had some suspicions of his own when it came to his ex's engagement. During an interview with the Inside Edition, Jason shared his true opinion on the whole relationship, claiming he believes that none of it is real at all. He shared, "I'm always going to love her, and if she's happy with Sam, then that's what's going to happen, and I'm happy for her." But when the interviewer asked if he believed it was all real, he responded by simply saying no. Jason didn't stop there though, and went on to crash Britney's wedding before getting arrested for trespassing. 3 months after crashing the wedding, he appeared on the podcast 1 Degree of Scandalous and shared his side of the story. He revealed, "She called me on Monday, which was probably the 7th. It was a couple of days before the wedding. We spoke for about 20 minutes. Nothing was brought up about the wedding taking place at all." He went on to claim, "It was kind of a flirty conversation." When asked about what he noticed when he crashed the wedding, he said, "Maybe I wasn't on the guest list. Either way, this is Britney's wedding day and she's locked in the bedroom." Number 3. The pretend choke. What most people are calling just an absolute red flag is the weird photo the couple took together. The photo shows Sam's right hand behind Britney's neck and his left hovering in the air around her chin, looking as though he was going to choke her. Britney captioned the photo with, "Happy B-Day to me." While she did look happy in the photo, many Instagram users felt concerned at Sam's weird pretend choke. One fan wrote, "I feel like this is a red flag. Hands around your neck, this is horrifying." Another added, "His stance is aggressive," which is a comment that ended up getting thousands of likes in agreement. Fans even urged her to run, saying, "Are you serious? He looks like he's about to choke you. Run, Brit. Happy birthday, but run." I have to admit the picture is a little weird, but what do you guys think? Number 2. Unsupportive dad. Though it looks like Britney is typically pretty happy with Sam, there's definitely one person who absolutely does not approve, and that's her dad, Jamie. A close source to the star revealed in 2016, Britney's dad does not like this guy at all. Jamie has some reservations that he is worried that Sam may be after her money. But after getting out of her strict conservatorship, it really doesn't matter what her dad thinks. This hasn't stopped Sam from sharing his opinions on Jamie though. Sam shared online, "Now it's important for people to understand that I have zero respect for someone trying to control our relationship and constantly throwing obstacles our way." He even went on to say, "In my opinion, James is a total D. I won't be going into details because I've always respected our privacy. But at the same time, I didn't come to this country to not be able to express my opinion and freedom." Number 1. The affair allegations. Just a few months into the relationship, rumors started circulating the couple, relating to cheating allegations. Morgan Osmond from The Bad Bad Girls Club came forward in January 2017. She told the press, "I have videos and images of our real relationship. Britney, he is using you." She posted a photo at the time which showed herself and Sam kissing. She claimed that the two of them were having an affair. She said, "I don't know why everyone is attacking me. Sam is the cheater. I feel sorry for Britney Spears. She seems like a good person." Not long after these allegations, Sam discovered a fake Bumble account using his photos. He then took to Instagram with a screenshot of the profile with a red X writing, "Not on any dating apps." Neither Britney nor Sam commented on these allegations at the time, and Morgan has since deleted the photo. But many fans think the whole thing is just pretty sketchy.